boys and girls. Today I'm going to read aloud a selection called Frogs on Ice. This text tells facts about an unusual frog known as the wood frog, which can survive freezing temperatures. Frogs on Ice by Brennan. Before we begin, I want you to answer this question in your journal. What would you like to learn about wood frogs from this selection? Most Arctic animals have lots of fur and a thick layer of fat to keep them warm. But there's one that defies freezing polar winds with its bare skin. What is it? It's the wood frog, the only North American frog found above the Arctic Circle. Most frogs hibernate in burrows or tunnel into mud at the bottom of ponds for the winter. There they are safe from frost and ice. You'd think the wood frog, living so far north, would find a well-protected place to spend the winter. But all the wood frog needs for a winter blanket is a bit of wood or a few leaves. Gosh, you might say, this animal must be freezing. Well, it is. That's its secret. The wood frog is one of the few animals that can survive being frozen. In fact, after having up to 65% of its body frozen solid for the winter, the wood frog will wake up and hop away as soon as the temperatures rises above freezing. When most animals freeze, any ice formed inside their bodies bursts their cells, injuring and often killing them. Scientists are trying to unlock the secrets of how the wood frog can survive being frozen. They don't know all the answers yet, but they have discovered that when temperatures plunge below freezing, wood frogs flood their cells with sugar, which acts like a natural antifreeze. Sugar is the fuel used by most animals. Food is broken down by the digestive system into sugars, which are brought to the cells by the blood. Sugar is then changed into energy. Glucose, the antifreeze used by wood frogs, is the normal blood sugar found in most animals. At the same time that the wood frog floods its cells with sugar, it produces special chemicals that make ice form in the spaces between cells. Ice crystals grow, pulling water from the frog's heart, lungs, stomach, and other organs. This protects the wood frog because the syrupy liquid left inside the organs can't freeze. When temperatures warm up, the ice between the cells melts. The wood frog wakes up from hibernation and hops away. Since they can take the cold so well, wood frogs are one of the first amphibians to come out in the spring. After the first warm rain, they gather at temporary spring ponds in woods and fields. They may still be ice on the ponds when they arrive, but the frogs just sit waiting on top of the ice until it melts. Wood frogs live as far north as Canada and as far south as Georgia and Alabama. They are some of the most common frogs in the United States. If you walk by a pond in the first days of spring, you might hear male wood frogs calling. Don't listen for croaks or peeps. The wood frog quacks like a duck. It's just one more way that this frog is unusual.